Thank you, LaRoche, for this wonderful opportunity to speak to you all. Congratulations to you all, graduating class 2014 of LaRoche. This honorary degree, who would imagine a kid from Homestead giving you a commencement speech on your 49th anniversary? Growing up in Homestead, I dreamed of doing great things, yet my reality didn't look like my dream. People thought that, it was okay to just be average. But in fact, someone told me that greatness doesn't live here. Greatness never comes from here. That was the dilemma that I had between the reality and the dream. And one day, people thought that I was crazy. And just because it got harder every single day, it seemed like it was okay to take the easy route out. But a man once told me, he said, "Charlie, it's not your ability, it's your attitude." He said, "You will only live and die by the level of your own expectations. The way to get through any test is to expect your best." This one statement changed my path in life. And it's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And it's a quote that says, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." My passion was to help tap into the potential of youth and dreamers as someone did for me. Today, you are so fortunate you have your youth and all of your dreams in front of you. Thank your families, your mentors, and your teachers, your faculty here at Roche College. You are inspired to go out there and create your own path and leave a trail for others to follow. Many of you may be thinking, "Charlie, I'm ready to go. I'm suited up. I just want to know how to get in the game." Well, today I want to share with you the formulas of my success, or that has helped me gain some of my success. I've been able to accomplish many different things. I've met 2 presidents by winning Super Bowls. 15-year NFL veteran. Now I'm a broadcaster. Now I stand in front of you as a former member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But understanding that a 15-year NFL veteran, but football is just the best temporary job in America. So my 3 things are this: you have to be prepared, be resilient, and be the pro. Statistics already show that, 1 in 16,000 will become a professional football player. I knew that they were my dreams, but there were more doubters out there. But that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to challenge myself to be great. Being prepared, that was the first thing I talked about. That's the fun part. It gives you are already ready. The LaRoche faculty has prepared you for this moment. And when you look at everything that's happening, you have to prepare yourself before the moment happens. You always have to keep improving yourself and learning for that next opportunity for you to be prepared. Resiliency. Being resilient. You never can prepare for being resilient. For me, people see the end result as the professional football player. People see the end result as starting the foundation. This all started 17 years ago. I remember getting a phone call on February 18th, 1996. I was at Eastern Michigan University, a late Sunday night. The telephone rings, and it was my mother. My roommate answers the telephone, and he says, "Charlie, your mom's on the phone." And the people who know my family, you are just like I am maybe, that you are very close with your mother, and she was like a sister. So I pick up the phone, and I said, "Mom, what's going on?" Mom says, "You need to come home." I said, "Well, Mom, you have to tell me why I'm coming home." She says, "Just come home." So now I'm packing a bag full of nothing because I have no idea why I'm coming home. So I'm packing this bag. I said, Mom, before I get on the road and spend 5 hours driving from Ypsilanti, Michigan to Homestead, Pennsylvania, you need to tell me. Now let me take you back to 1996. 1996, you didn't have cell phones like you did today. You had this little thing called a beeper. And there's people who don't know, most doctors, I think they're the only ones that have the beepers. You call a number, you get a beep on the other end, and you dial the number, and the number comes up on that device. So I said to my mom, I said, I can't, because I can't stop on the road and now I have to use a payphone to call you back if something else is going on. At that moment, she said with the deepest swallow that I've ever heard in my life, she said, Charlie, your sister's been shot and killed. I said, what? I didn't know what to do. So I'm driving down the road. I drive 5 hours. I get to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. I finally come across that bridge. I get to the Homestead exit. And remember, in 1996, those were steel mills. It was not the waterfront on what you see today. Not Dave and Buster's or the movie theater. None of that was there. I drove across a dark bridge. The steel mill lights shut down. I get to the end of the bridge, and that's 8th Avenue. I go up the hill 3.5 blocks. I make a left on a road that I will never forget. It's called East Laurel Way. So I finally get into this alleyway. I look around, there's still yellow tape, so I knew something happened. I finally get out the car. I look around, and there's blood on the ground. So now I'm trying to say, what really happened? So now as we were preparing for the funeral, I needed to know what the story was. The story basically goes like this. She was walking down the street from her friend's house. She got caught in crossfire between rival gangs. The guy that she was with used her as a body shield. Danielle was 17 years old. At that moment, I'm saying to myself, what do I do? And I remember a quote. It was by Dr. Martin Luther King. He says, it's not where you stand during comfort and convenience, but it's how you stand during challenge and controversy. Here was my opportunity to now do something that was going to turn a tragedy into triumph. Through this horrible story or experience in my life, my foundation was born. And I said, if I was ever in position to give back, I would. And that started 17 years ago. We now touch over 2,300 kids annually. And it's truly a blessing to be able to go out there and help others succeed. But when I talk about being resilient, you all are resilient. Because statistically, it says 65% of all high school students in the United States enroll in college. Of those that enroll, less than 60% graduate with a 4-year degree. You all took that step. You all are resilient. So you have persevered and you have become the best of the batch and bringing that resiliency in all that you do. But being the pro, winning 2 Super Bowls in my career was very humbling, I'm not going to lie. But when you go through all of that and a look back of the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 80 years, I think it's 80 plus at this point, of the Pittsburgh Steelers, anybody who have put that uniform on, I am now the first person that's born and raised in Pittsburgh and to play for the Steelers and to win 2 Super Bowl rings. My professional career has opened the door for me beyond the playing field. Professional sports have given me the platform to be able to practice life leadership. Being a pro is about bringing your absolute best with you to work and mastering your expertise. With a career as long as I have, I understand that being a pro, It gives you the power to outlast. Remember, expecting your best is a high standard. It means putting in the work and doing daily what ordinary people do occasionally. Let me repeat that. Expecting your best is putting in the work and doing daily what ordinary people do occasionally. I remember that coach who told me, it's not your ability, it's your attitude. You will live and die by the level of your own expectations. The way to get through any test is to expect your best. When you are prepared, you are resilient, you become the pro. You will unlock your potential, but today is a day of tremendous pride and celebration for you. You have won your personal Super Bowl. You have graduated from Roche College. But never forget, you didn't do it alone. You are blessed with family, friends, faculty who have supported you every step of the way. I'm going to leave you with one of the quotes, but this isn't from a scholar, but I think it reflects what Roche College mission is for its students. As Sister Candace says, it's to be the best in the world. That's what you all practice here. But this quote comes from a music icon by the name of Pharrell Williams. Students know who it is. But some of you all sitting in the stands, you may not know who Pharrell Williams is. But let me tell you this. This guy has over 217 million views on YouTube. If you still don't know who this guy is, he's the guy that said, "'Cause I'm happy." Yeah, that guy, yes. Now you know who that guy is. But in a recent interview, he was asked about his success, and he says, "I'm only successful because other people hoisted me up." He said, when you are successful, you have to realize it's not all you. It can't be you. He says, just like you need air to fly a kite, it's not the kite, it's the air. As I thank you today for welcoming me into your Roche family, I want you to take the time to thank the people who have been the air in your life, who have helped you fly your kite to success. My wish for you as you travel down your own path is to always be happy doing something that you love and to live every day like the song says. Clap along if you feel like you're in a room without a roof.
Stand up, come on. I want you to tell everyone how you feel right now. Let them know.
Happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you
I am excited for this moment for you all.
clap along if you feel like happiness.
am excited for this moment with you. You had that opportunity. Many people saw the moment that I had in my last football game because they saw the emotion of me hugging Ben Roethlisberger, and they asked me why I was crying. Because I told them this was my moment. This was the last opportunity that I had in the National Football League to start a football game. As you now get to that point of creating your moment and seizing those opportunities, do not let this be your last stop. You continue to go out there and you be the best in the world. Thank you.
Gosh, I hope I'm not on TV dancing. My kids will never forgive me. Dr. Batch, I have to tell you, I have the best job in the world. I get to listen to graduation speeches that are heartfelt by very, very successful people, and I've been listening to them for over 20 years. That was the best one I've ever heard. Faculty are invaluable to their students and to their success. Every year, we ask our graduating students to tell us which member of our faculty they would like to hear one last piece of advice from. This year, the class of 2014 chose Dr. Janet Gates, professor of psychology, to be their class marshal. Dr. Gates, a member of the faculty since 2000, is actually a repeat marshal, having also been selected previously by the 2005 graduating class. A past recipient of the Brother Gregory Nugent Award as the college's outstanding teacher, Dr. Gates is among the most popular professors on campus